Magath, well taken out by Dixon, but the ball running to the number 6 Augenthaler. Bremer, the fullback, just watch his shot, there it goes, it's a good one, and Shilton was struggling to keep it out. All three goalkeepers have told us here how the ball moves wickedly in the air, and I warned you about Bremer's shooting qualities, and we saw it there. Bremer, Litbarski, and Reid quickly closing in on him, but he's slipped Peter Reid. This is Litbarski, and again Shilton called to make the save from Pierre Litbarski. Eggert, the sweeper. Litbarski, the man with the shot. And just wide of the goal. They're certainly piling in their shots. Reid. That's a good ball by Reid, and what a great run by Sanson. Lineker's gone towards the near post, and Robson is there! And it's over the top. Great move by England. In fact, there have been suggestions, I know, that perhaps Bryan Robson isn't quite as fit as he was earlier in the season. He's had a long season, but Bryan refutes that. He'll tell you that he's had 13 weeks off this season with that damaged shoulder. And he said, although he felt he wasn't quite at his best for the cup final and the game in Finland, he feels really sharp now. Here's Hoddle. Little chip in, and Robson was getting in there again. And knocked down, and a goal by Robson! Great piece of work by Kerry Dixon, and Bryan Robson has put England into the lead.
What a great goal that is. I'm delighted for Bryan Robson. His attitude all week, and here the goal, this is a typical Bryan Robson goal. Half a chance, he's got his toe to it, and it's flew in the corner of the net. He's such a competitor. I'd have him in my team if he was half fit.
34 minutes gone. Robson for England after Kerry Dixon's fine work. Hoddle playing it in, Dixon chesting it down, the toe poke out, and Bryan Robson answering any critics who say, well, it's not the Bryan Robson of a few months ago. The Germans know that it is. 1-0 to England. Litbarski getting it through, will Ron get there? Penalty given! The second penalty that England have conceded in this tournament. And Ron goes down, and with 4 minutes to go to half-time, Mark Wright it was, as the ball comes through here, Mike Shannon.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, Brian. It was definitely a penalty.
I can't argue with that. The one that was conceded against Italy was disgraceful from a refereeing point of view. This was legitimate. And the Germans now presented with an opportunity of bringing it back to 1-1 as they haul Uwe Rahn off the field.
It's a shame, Brian, because he was running away from goal, actually, and I don't think he had any need to have a dive in at that time. But the only problems, apart from that, the Germans have caused has been from long-range shots.
Well, it's a full-back, Bremer, who's going to take it. Can Shilton hold out? Can England keep their lead? Will it be 1-1? Right on half-time. Bremer with the penalty. And Shilton has saved it! Magnificent by Peter Shilton! And England stay 1-0 in the lead. And he judged it right and got it to perfection, Peter Shilton. Litbarski with the corner for West Germans. That's the fourth successive penalty the West Germans have missed, and it enables England now to keep the lead. And after Peter Shilton, the goal that he conceded against the Italians was a little dodgy, but there was no doubt about that one. Well, it's Klaus Augenthaler on the ball for them at the moment. They've got to push themselves through a pain barrier, and suddenly England are on the break again, and Butcher is on his way, and Kerry Dixon has got it in, and England are 2 in the lead. His first goal for England, Kerry Dixon, after 36 in a season for Chelsea, after a great break by Butcher, after a mistake by the Germans. Breathing space for England, and it really is beginning to look good. There was the mistake. Here's Butcher on the charge. Schumacher just holds him up, and Kerry Dixon finishes it off.
Delighted for Kerry Dixon there. That was a very good goal. Butcher's done great here. The German's beginning to look tired, as I was just saying. He's tried to go around the keeper, and it's fell for Kerry Dixon, who must be absolutely delighted to slot that one in.
Well, now, there was the mistake, as the Germans, while you're watching this, are on the attack, and Dixon finishing it off. Scott Mill making a break, and suddenly the Germans are in with a chance. Oh, and against the post. They were unlucky there. A tremendous break by Frank Neal. Argentala behind it. Shilton in his place. England leading 2-0. The big Bayern Munich defender taking an age to get this kick taken. Now Argentala with it. Through the wall and saved by Shilton. He's in really good form today.
And with John Barnes coming on up front, there's a little bit of adjustment that had to go on.
But here's Barnes in possession. Getting some support from Reed, and a lovely little ball played by Peter Reed. Urging Barnes to get down that touchline. Find the cross in towards Kerry Dixon! Oh, a beautiful goal! A genuine Dixon goal that Chelsea fans know so well, from a pinpoint cross from John Barnes. What a glorious sight for England, after Reed had played a lovely ball down the line. And there's big Kerry Dixon. England 3-0 in the lead.
It was a great header on the far post. Typical Kerry Dixon goal. I'm delighted for him. He's had a great game, and it's been a tremendous performance. I was just saying they're taking it easy. This is unbelievable, Brian.
What a great way for Kerry Dixon to top off a magnificent season. Played on for Waddle. Touched on by Waddle beautifully. Dixon's in the middle waiting. Barnes is coming up fast. It could be John Barnes. Oh, and he couldn't get past Schumacher. And we were within an ace of getting the fourth. Oh, look at Bobby Robson. He wanted that fourth goal. And not such good news from Iceland for Scotland and Wales. Spain have now gone 2-1 into the lead as Sanson plays it forward, and Robson's on the break. He's onside. Can it be the fourth? Schumacher's there again, and England get a corner. Nice picture, look at that. Good spirit.
That man Bryan Robson's unbelievable. He's got free here.
I think Robson is hurt though while we look at that.
And his last touch let him down. It was a good chance, but he was very brave to go for it in the circumstances, because Schumacher was off his line very quick.
All Bracewell. Sanson's right up there. Good position and a good ball played by Bracewell. Barnes waiting there. Gets the header in! Just wide! Hage for West Germany. Free kick. Oh, and it's taken well. It's Vass on the far side, with Meal waiting in the middle. And run! Just past.
Kerry Dixon, a marvellous day for you. First full game for England, 2 goals. You must be feeling great.
Over the moon, Ken. Don't know what to say, honestly. Dream come true for me. Butch made a great, done magic for the first goal. Just on hand to tap it in, you know, it's just one of them things. Second one, Barnes is superb down the left. Got up on the far, knock it in. What can you say?
Very well done. Bobby, a good one for you. You needed that.
Well, I think the players deserve it because we've worked very hard here. One or two people will begin to look for cracks, and there were never any cracks. It was just a case of confidence and keep at it and soldier on. And the team have played very well, I think. And wonderful start for him, lovely debut. He did well on the second goal. The first goal's a top in, but Bryan Robson's value to the side was significant in the early stages. But overall, it's been a good team performance, and at the end of the day, that's all I'm satisfied with.
Thanks, Ben.
Good. Bobby Robson, very satisfied. I would think that we should talk about Glenn Hoddle, who made a massive contribution as well, Jimmy.
Yes, he had a very good game. Excellent game. Probably the best game he's played for England since his debut at Wembley, I would say. He really commanded the situation. Very good.
Now, Ian, when we look back on this tour to Mexico, what have been the pluses from England's point of view?
Well, the pluses really, I think, all happened tonight, because in the other two games, the Mexico game you can forget. The Italian game, I didn't think England played too well either. And I thought the new man, Lineker, was it Mick called
No,
him?
Len Aker. Len Aker played very well.
For me, Trevor Francis has been built up in this trip in the 2 games he played by a lot of the media, including our people, as having had a good tour. Well, I don't think so, Jim. I think he's been very negative. There's nothing really happened from him. He's looked good, he's flattered, nothing happened. Tonight, at least the boys up the front made things happen.
Got him well.
You know?
I think Gary Stevens, who had his first cap out there, has played 3 outstanding games. And Peter Reid.
And Peter Reid coming in, you know.
Yeah.
And
So there's been a few pluses.
Right.
And a few minuses.
Yes, but you would say, finally, Jimmy, that Kerry Dixon, is he in the team to stay?
Well, well, I don't know. It's a very difficult one. It gives Bryan Robson a problem, doesn't it? Because he's got Mark Hateley, who's the same type of player.
Yes.
But in Kerry's words, it's magic, mustard, and we're all over the moon.
Gives Bobby Robson a little problem as well.
Correct.
Anyway,
Yeah.